Okay, so I've got a 95 Javelin here, and the problem was a couple years ago the Livewell timer stopped working, and which is what this is here. And as you can see, I've got the front control panel all pulled out of there where the wiring is and everything. And I had been trying to find a new one of these to replace it, and it's been hard to find the exact one. And then after some more research online, I came across a post on an older forum site that mentioned cleaning up the contacts and all that and putting it back together, which is what I did after I inspected it further. You know, looking down in there, I could see that the contacts were all kind of corroded and covered over with some kind of gunk on there that built up. And so I thought, well, that's what I'm gonna do first, is try and, you know, clean that up. So I got a Dremel down in there and cleaned it all up, whatever, and took a look inside here, which wasn't too bad. So I, you know, cleaned that up a little bit too, and you know, put it back together, and it ended up working. So it doesn't kind of, the timing on it is kind of off a little bit. It's supposed to be 1 minute on, 3 minutes off, but it's a little bit off. But it's still, the timer works and it comes on and goes off. And as you can see, take a look down here. I've got, this is a pump down here for the intake for the rear live well. It goes up into here. And then this is the main drain that comes from the live well. And I've got another pump that I put in line there to pump out the drain, the main live well, and that comes up, and I've got it out here. So that pumps out. So when the timer goes off, when the pump's running, right now it'll pump fresh water in, and it'll pump out water too. So it's recirculating the water. So yeah, I was kind of surprised that, like I said, it doesn't seem to work perfectly as far as the timing goes, but at least it goes on and off the way it should, and we'll have to wait and see how it works out. But for now, it's working. Another little quick note about these pumps and the drain pump, it did work. It does work without the timer. I just have to use the switches on the console, you know, turn the pump on for a little bit and then turn it off. So it did work, but it just didn't, the timer part of it didn't work. So that's what I was concentrating on fixing today. And also another thing is I went through both of these switches because it's all tied in by the wiring harness there. And I pulled off each connection, and I cleaned off all the little tabs, cleaned off as best I could down inside the connectors. And I used some dielectric grease, put the wires all back on where they were to make sure they were good, clean connections again. So I'm sure that helped out some as well. It certainly doesn't hurt. And I probably am going to go through those and clean those up as well.